Yeah, somebody. Well, I can't play Thursday night, so it's okay. We shifted stuff around.
causing me problems.
Hey, do you guys see what I got? I'm gonna show you on the camera here. For my right there, the little control pads and buttons for mobile for like an iPhone. Well, the control pad's a little big for an iPhone, but you can put it on an iPad. It's pretty cool, huh? So it's like a thumbstick. Neato. Isn't that neat?
No.
I think it is. You ever try playing zombies on freaking mobile? God.
You ever tried watching Battlefield 4 multiplayer on Twitch?
No.
They're streaming the E3 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, I've been watching some of it. Oh my god, I want to play that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'd know the first like week or two.
Yeah, but the thing is,
every time you go near that skyscraper, it's just going to be getting taken down.
But the thing is, Hyper, from a gameplay perspective, it doesn't look any different from Battlefield 3. And do you still play Battlefield 3?
That's what I said to Court. I think that I'll probably play the crap of it. It'll be like Battlefield 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play the absolute crap out of it for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then the community will get a hold of it and become a bunch of dicks, and then it'll lose interest because of that. And DICE will be DICE. In other words, they won't put patches out. They'll only do them every big patch, and they won't fix the right things. And I don't know, like they seem to be putting in more stuff that seems interesting that might keep my interest.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed Battlefield 3 absolutely for the first little while, but then it was like. That was it. I mean, and a lot of Battlefield guys were the same way.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see Battlefield 4 do well because I like DICE. I do. I was playing some Bad Company 2 the other night, and God, it felt so good.
The only thing I see with a lot of these games, and they're going to get diluted this year, and it's simply because we have 2 new consoles coming out and a ton of new IPs. So that's going to, that's going to split up your player base. I mean, the games this year, like on a single game basis, are not going to be as successful as last year. Overall, it's going to be way more successful, but on a per game basis, like I don't suspect Ghost is going to be necessarily as successful as the past couple of years with COD, and same with Battlefield 4. There's going to be just so many other games and so many other choices that people have. In games that we saw and some that we probably even haven't.
There's games that are running at like 60 frames per second, providing like fast-paced action that are going to be like MMOs and shit like that. And like that idea of like that big player base. I mean, another thing I was thinking, like, do we have any kind of confirmation like that we're going to get on the PS4 and like the Xbox One on like say Battlefield? See how we always got the reduced player counts for multiplayer?
Yeah. And I don't know. They showed 64 players, but they haven't specified if that's going to be 64 on console.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't see why not, because obviously you got the power and a powerful enough machine now. I mean, it's all about the networking side. That's the thing. So hopefully they do it, because some of the maps I'm assuming will get reduced like they did in Battlefield 3 because of the reduced player count.
Yep.
So I'm hoping they do. And also, it's just more like I played some Battlefield 3 on the PC, and the large scale maps with full player lists, so frantic, so much fun.
Yeah, there's so much going on for sure.
Yeah, it feels like a proper battle. It feels like playing Mag, basically.
Yeah, Mag was good for that. Mag was good for that.
I loved Mag. It just needed support and a more dedicated player base. So shit, I think the developers shut down now. I think they've actually been.
Well, they came out with another game after that, but then I think that was it. Massive action game.
I loved that game. I really loved that game.
Well, I was like, I love Crysis 2 multiplayer, but nobody played it.
Ah, shit, that's why.
No, it wasn't. Shut up. It was good.
I heard really good things about the Crysis 3 multiplayer. I just can't be bothered picking it up. I heard really good things.
How about Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare?
You're gonna make me play it as well. That's the thing. It's just I love the fact that it was just this nice, simple little strategy indie game.
Yeah, but dude, it did so well. What do you expect? It's the same thing with Angry Birds. Look how many Angry Birds you can get now.
Yeah,
And
but
Angry
they've
Birds
never
the
really-
movie, and Angry Birds this, and
But
merchandise.
they
and,
haven't really changed anything,
well,
and it's still
yeah, I don't know. I
it's still
haven't played.
fun to support.
I haven't played any of the latest ones, but
Yeah, but it's still very similar at the core.
you got a franchise, dude. Like they have a franchise, and they're expanding upon their franchise. It's what you do. It's every indie's dream
No.
to be
No,
able
it's
to do
not.
that. Yes, it is. No. Okay, go ahead.
The original guy that created the game is not in the production of this game.
Well, I know that, but if you're talking from a general indie perspective, okay?
Yeah, but it's not indie anymore. It's not been taken in. It's not indie anymore. It's been taken over.
But you know what I mean. What I'm trying to
Yeah, I
say
know.
is,
Yeah,
it's
I know what you
in-
mean. EA's fucking bought another product and just they're shoving it down your throat with something different.
Yeah, but how are they shoving it down your throat? You don't have to buy it. They're not shoving it down
No,
your throat.
but they're changing it. Well, they are because I love the original, and they're being like dicks and saying, "Look, haha, this isn't now. Tough if you don't like it."
Well, no, they're still coming out with. They're coming out with Plants vs Zombies 2 in July. They're not just discarding that whole genre.
I don't trust them. But that's another thing. Like, I loved all these people. I've had a bunch of messages from people.
Mhm.
What did you think of Battlefront? Star Wars Battlefront? I'm like, nothing. What can I think about Star Wars Battlefront? It was a CGI trailer showing.
Yeah,
you
they didn't show anything. I mean, obviously, I see that, and I see him on frickin' Hoth. I'm like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm like, that awesome. I just hope they come out with a fantastic game that is set in that setting. Oh man, that'd be awesome.
See, all you need to think of what Battlefront is going to look like. Change everything from Battlefield into Star Wars clothing.
Yeah, I know.
That's basically what it's going to be. That is exactly what it's going to be.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, it's getting produced by DICE, so developed by
Yeah.
DICE, so it's going to be that. It
Well,
will be that. And it'll just be
I
changed
really
from-
hope they don't try and take Frostbite and just force it into every game, and the gameplay is going to be exactly the same for all these
It is.
various
That's what
shooters.
they're doing. That's what. EA. That's what they use DICE for. EA. It's the only reason they've got DICE still, because of the fact that they developed the Frostbite engine, which they use on. They use that on every game now. They use that on the Need for Speed games. The Frostbite engine's getting used on the Need for Speed games, which it does look really nice.
Yeah.
See, when I played the run, that was a lot of fun. But I don't know. It's
We'll see.
EA did definitely blow me away with Battlefield 4, the look of it, and the fact that Mirror's Edge 2 is coming back. I'm happy. So I love the first one. And Ubisoft did well with a couple of things. I mean,
Hey,
Ubisoft
guys, we're just having a discussion. If you guys want to sign off, that's cool. We're just having a discussion.
Yeah.
We're not playing anymore. But you know what? I'm gonna keep streaming. If you don't like it, that's cool. Go somewhere else and do something. That's fine. We don't mind.
I'm
that.
actually having a
We're just
chat with my chat
Yeah, we're just
about
having.
my custom PS3.
Nice.
Oh, who cares about that? So
They do. They do actually.
yes,
They want it.
I'm not waiting. And we're
Custom
not waiting for
PS3.
anything. We're not playing anymore. We're just shooting the shit. So
Custom
That's it.
skin PS3.
yeah,
sorry.
the Ubisoft are another company that are very hit or miss. Like they put out so much rap that
Who?
doesn't interest Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, like
The-
80% of that was just. I was
Yeah,
I was falling asleep.
yeah, they'll do things like that, and then they'll be like, "Oh, look, here's the crew," which a driving game I'm interested in. The way it sounded quite interesting, so I'll be keeping an eye on it. Then obviously they drop like Watch Dogs, and you're like, "Holy shit!" And then they left the fucking best for last, a game
Yeah.
I'd never heard of, The Division, and it was just like, holy.
Well, let me ask you this.
Fuck,
You know that game that they came out. They showed the Quest for Mighty Loot.
Yes,
Who are they targeting for that game?
I know, but like, I think they've got to the point where kids know that bleeping is swearing.
Yeah.
So it's basically they're bleeping that out to make it. Sully said it in the chat. It's like sometimes bleeping actually makes it funnier not knowing what he's saying. And I think it's true.
didn't
Like
think it was
bleeping it out
very
is funny.
funny.
I actually found it pretty funny. But I don't know. It's one of the games. It just looks like a kind of Dungeon Defenders, orcs must die kind of thing.
Mm.
It's one of the kind of games that's just Ubisoft making their version of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just meh. And it's like I didn't even know it was like I didn't realize it was like a free to play game.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to, if you want to be in the beta, you have to pay to get into the beta.
Mm.
They've got a closed beta on right now, and you have to pay like it was €10. I think it was
For
like
which game?
$12. That Mighty
Oh.
Quest thing. It's a closed beta, but you pay into it.
Mm.
So it's a cheap like cost. It's very low cost thing. It was like $12 or something like that
Mm-hmm.
for the base one.
Mm-hmm.
It was like €10 for me if €10, but I can't be bothered converting it. But they had a package that went up to like €100.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hmm.
I don't know. It never grabbed me at all. And it was like watching the Microsoft conference. There was never any game that really made me go, yeah, that's that like Rice or Reese or whatever it was called. I was like, I've never been a huge fan of Roman era games.
Mm-hmm.
Like God of War did it because they used the mystical side of it with
Yeah.
the whole god. They took the gods and turned it on their head. Whereas this is just like, oh look, I'm part of a unit. Oh, shields up!
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
it was
Yeah,
like
it looked pretty. It looked
it looked
good.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's not really a game that I'd be too interested in either.
yeah. There was never anything like. In all honesty, even Titanfall wasn't a big like. Oh hell yeah! It was just like that looks fast action.
Yeah,
Could be fun.
I think it looks fun.
Yeah, and it was. I'm still a bit sour towards Frank Zampella. Like the whole reason they had the big split from Activision is Activision were trying to take more control over Infinity Ward, and they didn't want any company having exclusivity or control over their product.
Mm-hmm. Well,
To
there was an article that came out. I didn't read it, but supposedly it details some stuff between West and Zampella. That there was some riff, a pretty big riff there during the whole that whole legal thing with Activision. And there was a linking article, but I didn't read it. And
I'm actually starting to think that's maybe one of the reasons why he stepped away. When I think in development process, obviously Xbox bought the rights to that game, or Microsoft bought the rights because it's obviously coming on PC.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's maybe one of the things they maybe had a little disagreement about, and maybe that's the reason why they kind of went their separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously he's still got part of Respawn because.
Well, supposedly there was like rumors of him sabotaging stuff at Respawn, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's what's happened. Is like there's this whole thing of this is why I'm saying they split away because they wanted to try and get away from the whole exclusivity thing.
Mm-hmm.
To then, with their first game at Respawn, make it exclusive.
Yeah, I know.
So it's a kick in the teeth to gamers, like to be like all talking one way and then be like, oh, by the way, you have to buy it over here.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I'm not.
It's disappointing, but I'm still gonna get it, and I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'll be on PC. That's where I'm going. I'm letting you know that I'll be on PC with it. I'm not touching it on Xbox One.
Yeah.
It's like that's my stance. Like I'm not buying your fucking console to get that thing. I'm buying it on PC because I have a PC to play
Are
it
you
on.
gonna get an Xbox One? Is
I'll need
there
to
a
rent
game? Is there a game that you would buy the Xbox One for?
Right now, no.
Hmm.
Black Ops 3, I'll have to.
Hmm. Yeah, like
You know what I mean?
a year later or whatever.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
right now there's nothing on it that makes me go, oh hell yeah, I need to get that just to play that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't watch TV.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the game. One game that I'd like to get it for, Dead Rising 5 or Dead Rising 5. I'm reading Dead Rising 3 and Halo 5. Dead Rising 3. I definitely want to play. Having the DLC early on Xbox. I mean, I produce videos, so again, especially looking at multiplayer stuff. So I definitely have it for that.
Yeah, I know.
As far as anything else on there, what else did they have? Titanfall, but yeah, whether I get that on Xbox One or PC, you're right. I mean, maybe it's a PC title that we get into. I'm not sure about any of the other ones though, to be honest. I mean, Halo 5 won't be out until 2014, probably fall 2014.
Yeah, there was. What I loved, like when I really think
Quantum Break looked interesting, but it's still I still didn't see enough to make me want to get it.
Well, it's behind. Who was it? Who's behind it again? Oh, fuck.
I can't remember. I threw out my notes.
Oh, there was the company behind it. I like. It's the company they're making. I do actually like. So I'm interested to see what they do with it. But it's still not one of the kind of games that I'm like. Must get it right away. I'm trying.
Yeah, Killer Instinct was the fighting game, right? I'm not too into fighting games.
So. Oh, Remedy Entertainment, the guys that are like behind Max Payne and Alan Wake. So okay. I like them as the developer.
Yeah.
And like say the Alan Wake games and the Max Payne games are well written games. So I like they're good storytellers.
Now, what about this one game that they didn't make mention of? At least Sony didn't at E3 as of yet that I know of. But they sent what did they send to Mojang, whatever. They sent them something and invited them to do something with them with Sony. Do you?
Oh no! Didn't they send them a golden PS3 or something like that?
A golden PS3 or something. You got to consider that Minecraft is the number 2 played game on Xbox Live, like ongoing month by month.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see that for upcoming? Because I don't think it would take them. I think it would take them too long to port it to PS4.
Well, not PS4 since the architecture is so much simpler.
What do you think about a bit of a surprise that Minecraft does come to PS4 on release? And they've just held that back.
I don't know. You know what would be the best thing for them to do? You know what would be really awesome for them to do? Is like a month or 2 before release, go, yeah, Minecraft's coming to PS3.
Yeah.
And
PS4.
It's free. No, but PS4. And it's free with your PlayStation Plus. That would sell consoles instantly. Like just putting that there and that.
Well, I still think it's totally open for them to do something with that.
Yeah. Well, aren't they making like a remake for the Xbox One?
Yeah, I think so. I saw something about that.
Yeah, I think they said something like they're making an improved version.
Yeah, and reselling it at full price. There you go. There's another Minecraft.
Yeah, but that's all the more reason for them to put out one on the PS3. Oh, PS4, sorry. I keep saying PS3, I'm so used to it.
Yeah, because, I mean, he got a golden PS1, not a PS3. I mean, he could, what was I going to say now? Shit. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, he can, it comes free with PS Plus membership, but then you also have all the DLC stuff that he could sell, too, right? So, you're getting that install base, and then you're getting, there's obviously something that they're going to arrange for him to get money from PS Plus or whatever, but then you also have all the DLC and the skins and everything that is free on PC, but yeah, you're paying for these packs on Xbox.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, right, that's simply the only way I would ever get Minecraft on
Rage, and
PS4.
it's not a question of that, dude. It's not a question of that. Sony, what are they going to outbid? It's already on Xbox, and I'm pretty sure they haven't paid him to be exclusive on Xbox and PC. It's not a matter
And
about bidding.
I doubt an indie developer nowadays would want to be exclusive on one console.
Mm-hmm.
They want the indie developers want their product played and sold everywhere as best they can to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare nowadays that you're going to get any indie developer.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the games that were shown, like Don't Starve, and what was it, Transistor.
Yeah, all those indie games. It's
All
10
all
indie
those
games.
all those indie games they threw. Most of them they stated were exclusively
Launching.
no, yeah, exclusively. Their console launch was going to be exclusively on
Yeah.
PS4. They were
Yeah.
never stating it was going to be exclusive on that platform.
No, exactly.
Like,
I don't
know,
think they
like,
stated any third-party games are going to be exclusive on PS4.
Yeah. So I don't know.
They said 20. There'll be 20 first-party games that are exclusive, and then. Sorry, I gotta take a drink.
It was like 120 other games. There was like, what was that?
No, they
140.
said 40 other games. 20 first-party exclusives released in year one, and 40 third-party games that will have exclusive content released in year one. And then X number of games that are just going to be released on the consoles. There isn't going to be exclusive content or whatever.
It's just so, like, it's one of the things, right? I have to laugh at myself sometimes. Like, I remember I used to be able to, like, pick a band out and be like, these guys are going to be big.
Well, hold on a sec. Microsoft did not buy the rights to console Minecraft. You think if Microsoft bought the exclusive rights to console Minecraft that Sony would be sending them a PlayStation 1? I don't believe that's true at all.
Yeah.
I doubt they
may
would have
have-
sold the rights. No.
No, they may have bought rights to make it exclusive on the Xbox for a period of time,
Yeah.
but there's never going to be a point where they go, oh no, we're never going to sell it to Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Never. No, I'm just thinking, like, I laugh like myself every night. Like, I used to be able to pick a band and be like, these guys are going to get big, they're going to get well known. Like, I've done it a couple times, and then, but like Minecraft, I remember when I first played it, I was like, this is okay, it's nothing special, and then obviously, oops.
So what do you think?
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah. No, that's what I was going to say.
Now, what do you think the impact of the loss of goodwill that I mean we've seen it. I mean, you see it time and time again with these games, and the exclusive content. Okay, I don't mind if there's exclusive content that really doesn't impact much. I mean, maybe there's a little bit extra. Typically, it's like character skins and stuff like that, or maybe it's like on Batman there was like an extra challenge level or something. It's not that big a deal that you didn't get
the
it.
Joker one,
Yeah, like versus a month early on DLC on one of the most popular titles that people
what
play
about-
today.
What about Watch Dogs and the PS3 getting an extra hour of gameplay?
Yeah,
is that considered? Is that going to be a DLC pack eventually on?
I don't know. Those kinds of things
Xbox?
bother me though a little bit. Like it's just it sucks.
It bugs me because it's like, are they cutting up the game? Is that an extra hour that people that don't buy the PS4 are missing out on a story mission that would be really nice? Are they cutting up the story just to sell DLC?
Well, and this goes to answer a question that Poppy Mel just put in there. When Microsoft hands Mojang millions of dollars, I'm sure they would let them keep the exclusivity. The thing is, though, what kind of repercussions is that? Like, look at the exclusivity content deals that Activision has with Call of Duty and even EA with Battlefield with that first week or that timed exclusivity in the first DLC, and now seeing what has happened in the war of the consoles in the last couple days or the last day, and how these companies are thinking, is the trade-off worth it to me? So if I'm Activision and I'm looking at this, Microsoft paid me a ton of money to give them a month exclusivity. The trade-off, the repercussion of that is that, yeah, I get a lot of pissed off PC players and the pissed off PS3 players. How is that impacting my sales there versus, well, what if I didn't do that? And especially considering some of the negativity we've seen with the Xbox One, if PS4 blows them out of the water, then you're going to have a lot of consumers that are a little pissed because they get all this DLC late. So what's the trade-off, and is that money that Microsoft is paying them, is it going to be worth it this time around?
The thing with that is like you've already started to see a shift in the big developers. Hold on, sorry.
Yeah.
And there's already seen like last year at E3, EA were all over PS3. We're all over them. This year, we suddenly had Activision showing off Destiny. And they were also showing off, like you've got to look at like even the Sony conference, Activision and Blizzard. I know they're not, Blizzard are their own entity, but they're still Activision in a sense, are with PS3 now, or PS4. So you're already seeing this shift of the publishers maybe looking at the bigger picture and thinking, looking at this console, maybe that. And then, as you say, anything can change. Like, I guarantee Activision have got a get out of fucking jail free card for exclusivity on DLC. They'll be able to go, look, so many, like, you didn't hit this target or whatever, or this and that. There'll be something they'll be able to go and we'll say, well, we're going to take our exclusivity back and sell it to PS3 or PC or something, or
Or
Sony
just not have exclusivity like that. Fuck.
Yeah.
that.
Simply that, yeah. So, I mean, I don't. What I just want to see, what I really want to see in the future, DLC is annoying, but it's not as solid. I want to see solid development for both, like all three major platforms. And I mean PC, PS3, or PlayStation, and Xbox. I want to see solid development. I never want to see a superior version of a game on a console like we have with Black Ops. Like when Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 were released on consoles, you went to Xbox, it's a far superior version of the game. It runs smoother, everything worked perfectly. There's even the multiplayer side of it was just running so much better. Then you come to the PS3, and oh my god, what an absolute mess it is.
I think you're not going to see that this time around, just because of the similarities in the platforms, like this time around.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping. That's my hope. That's my hope. Like,
but although, well, and again, you gotta compare it. I mean, it's very similar to PC, so I think the portability between platforms should be far better this time around. But we have seen pretty sad ports from Xbox to PC and vice versa. So I don't know. I mean, you still have to put time into it, but
yeah,
hopefully they're very similar.
Yeah, it's one of the next. It's the next stage. Like I'm not saying it's going to happen like this year, but I'm hoping in the next 2-3 years of the console's life that we start seeing no differences between games. Like,
dudes,
you're not gonna get that video on like GameTrailers.com showing you comparison in graphics. Basically, that's what I'm hoping for.
Guys, I realize Microsoft has paid a lot of money for Minecraft and early COD DLC. We're not arguing that point.
Yeah.
Of course they did. What I'm arguing is the value of that money to Activision worth the repercussions that they see from pissed off gamers on other platforms, especially when we're thinking that it's going to be a smaller install base this time around.
We're talking the business side of it. We're not talking the money.
Dude in bright green, who I can't even read your name, with all due respect, how about you shut the fuck up and we talk on my stream like I said I was going to?
I'm not interested in that.
Like, seriously.
You can go sit in a corner for 10 minutes. I'm not taking that at fucking 6 in the morning on my side of the world.
Yeah, but I don't let douchebags, like singular douchebags, ruin things for us. So
No, he's not going to ruin me. I'm just going to shut him up before he can try and ruin me. Fucking. But no, there's a lot of like. It was good to see games running on the platform as well, like which we assume were running on the. It may not have been running on a PS4 right there in a box. It might have been a PC with exact specs of a PS4, like a development kit.
mm-hmm.
And that was another thing that came up. A lot of people are bitching and moaning about the Assassin's Creed gameplay demo lagging.
Oh yeah,
Right? People are like, "Oh my god, it's the PS4. It's a piece of shit."
no,
Right?
it's all alpha
Guys.
gameplay, man. Come on.
Yeah, it's alpha gameplay. It's also a purposefully built demo,
Yeah.
which it was like because it showed you the whole like, look, it's over in LA and it's June 10th, 2013 that it's shifted over. A purposely built demo, which was obviously buggy.
Yeah.
So it's these things happen.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, they couldn't get Battlefield 4 to play at first either. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, whatever.
Hell,
Shit
even if-
happens, you know? Like,
Yeah, but that was just a video.
yeah. Wow,
They
still.
could get a video to play. Yeah, the VLC player broke.
Yeah. Well, somebody